Jai Hind, all of you. I am Amit Kumar, Assistant Professor, Computer Science and Engineering Department, Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. The subject is human-computer interface, and today's topic is 8 golden rule in interface design. In today's topic, we cover different stages of system design life cycle, interface design guidelines, either 8 golden rules, and a small case study. As we know about what is a HCI, human computer interface, this one is a study of designing, implementation and evaluating the interactive interface used by human computer. People who specialized in HCI think about how to design and implement computer system that satisfy human users. As we see here, this design and implementation part in human computer interface, that means this one is very important. Here also we use design and implementation in a computer system, as HCI has always been a part of technology and design, but it is one of the area as technology become more integrated with our daily lives. Daily lives, that means our, here again the technology and the design and the future. This one is a research point of view. So when we use the system, or we can say that the computer system, design plays a vital role in the field of computer science. At first, when we understand the term guidelines or 8 golden rules, we must be aware about the design life cycle. What the process, what are the stages through which we can design a system. Here, a system feasibility, requirement and gathering. When we start to design some project or design on some app, design some soft web pages, then we check the feasible study, then require all the information from the user side, and then the design prototype evaluation cycle. That means at first we design a system, then check its prototype and evaluate it. If it is correct as according to the user, we again design it. Is correct, then is okay. Otherwise, we again design and check the prototype and the requirement of the user. If it is finalized, then we come into the coding implementation part, and after the coding or after coding and finalize the design, we test the code part. What functionality given by the code. And again, we check the empirical study. Empirical study, that means we check all aspect at the user or in the user required. If this one is correct, then deployment. Otherwise, we can again make a cycle to correct it. So this one is a phases of a design life cycle. Which type of a things or a parameter we remember when a design a page, app or a system. Here there are two types of design guidelines. The first one is a Scheiderman gives in 1986 8 golden rules for a design process and 7 principles given by the Normans in 1988. So today we cover these 8 golden rules given by Scheiderman in 1986. These 8 rules are strive for consistency, enable frequent user to use shortcut, offer informative feedback, design dialogue to yield a closure, offer simple error handling, permit easy reversible of actions, support internal locus of control, reduce short-term memory load. So these are the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are the 8 golden rules. We cover one by one. Rule number 1. Strive for consistency. Strive for consistency. We see here there are 2 types of consistency, internal consistency and external consistency, that is the environmental consistency. Consistency sequence of action should be added in similar situation, identical terminology should be used in menu and help screen, and consistency commands should be employed throughout. As suppose that we have a window and have a cross button with red color. In all window or in all system, we use the same identical pattern or a terminology. This one is come under the internal consistency. Suppose if we use a system use a red color and another system we use blue color, so this one is violate the rule of first. And external consistency, that means we use red color. That means suppose that in traffic signal we use a 3 type of a light: red, yellow and green. Red is also used for stop the vehicles. So this color combination is used in similar pattern, identical terminology. This is come under the environmental consistency. This one is a rule first. When we design a web page, app, system, any configuration or anything as a design pattern, we use consistency. That means when we use a similar situation with identical terminology. Rule number 2. Design for universal usability. That means suppose some users are new users, some are intermediate users and some are expert. So we have a such type of a usability for each and every user can adopt it very easy way or a easy manner. As the frequency of a use increases, so do the users desire to reduce the number of interaction and to increase the piece of interaction, abbreviation, function key, hidden commands and micro facilities are very helpful to an expert user. Suppose I am given an example. noise and intermediate expert, three type of a user, and we have a save some document. Save some document, that means we have a two type of a thing to save through the menu and through the keyboard. Keys, through the keys. Menu, that means file, then save as or a save, and key plus S, control S. This noise person or that user is not frequently use a system is use this option, menu, and intermediate also use this one, but expert use control S. So thus we can say when we design a such type of a thing, we use universal usability. So this one is the second rule. And third, rule number third, offer informative feedback through the process bar, change color or etc. we use. When any processes going through the design, the user can easily understand which type of a process is done whenever we are in a situation, that means intermediate situation or a final situation. So far, every operator action, there should be some system feedback. For frequent and minor action, the response can be modest, while for frequent and major action, the response should be more sustainable. That means, if suppose any copy the document, move the document, this type of operation are done, the feedback process is shown by the user. So this one is come under the rule number 3. Rule number 4, design dialogue to yield closure. Design dialogue to yield closure, that means sequence of action should be organized into a group with beginning, middle and end. That means any processes have a number of stages, or we can say that the subtasks. So the informative feedback is completed of each and every stage, or every action gives the operators the satisfaction, accomplishment, a sense of relief, the signal to drop, contingency plan and options for their mind, and an indication that the way cleared, prepare the next group of action. That means, when suppose that through the example we can understand that when we online payment, so there are some processes there, and each process have own feedback. Each process have its own feedback. That means this feedback informative, the informative feedback is given of the completion of the each stage, beginning, middle and end. So this one is a rule number 4. Rule number 5, offer simple error handling. Offer simple error handling, that means when we user involved in a such type of operation, some error can be occur, maybe. So error can be shown through the dialog box or any type of a design pattern, and this error should be easy to readable, easy to understand by the user. That's why the user can solve it in a easy manner. As much as possible, design the system so the user cannot make a series make a serious error. If an error is made, the system should be able to detect the error and offer simple comprehensive mechanism to handle the error. Offer simple comprehensive mechanism or the handle the error. That means easy to understand the error, resolve it in very easy manner by the end user. Because of a user is a very expert or in an intermediate stage or a very first time to use a system. Rule number 6, permit easy reversible of action. Permit easy reversible of action. That means these features give a very extraordinary in a system we have when we work in a real time system, that reverse process is not in there, but the features, but in a computer science field we can undo the things to reach the previous stage. These features relieves anxiety. Since user knows that error can be undone, it's thus encourage the exploration of the unfamiliar option. The unit of reversible may be a single action, a data entry, or a complete group of action, such as redo or undo. So, these facilities is given through the in system design pattern. When some error or some happening in a next stage, user can undo the things and reach the previous state that can be easily resolve it. And rule number 7. Rule number 7, support internal locus of control. What is the meaning of control here? That means user feel they are in control. All the process is under the control of the user. So, this one is realized by the user. So, experienced operation strongly desire the seeing that they are in change of the system and that the system respond to their action. Design the system to make users the indicators of action rather than the responders. So, that means user feel that the things are under the control, the operation are under the user. This one is under the rule number 7. Rule number 8. You see here, reduce short-term memory load. Reduce short-term memory load. That means, I suppose human have a two type of a memory, a permanent and a short time. We design a such type of a thing where the user not forced to remember all the things, maybe 5 to 9 keywords only. The limitation of human information processing in short-term memory requires that displays the kept simple multiple pages, displays be consolidated, window motion, frequency, and reduce the sufficient training, time be allotted for quotes, mnemonics, and sequence of action. That means user can remember a limited things. So, we kept in our mind when we design a thing that a user kept in his mind all the things. So, this one is the rule number 8. So, rule 1 to 8. 1 to 8, these are known as golden rule, and these are given by the Ben Schiederman in 1986. So, through this 8 rule, we can design of things that can be used universally or globally. We pick a case study. Case study, that means through the example we can understand all these 8 rules and whatever these come under the golden rules. We create a web page for railway ticket reservation for a traveler want to book a ticket online. So we create a such type of a window where a user can book his or her ticket through using the system. Online ticket, that means using the system. We always remember when we design a such type of a page, traveler not know about the technical term. And usability concern is very relevant. So the task is divided into the subtasks. These subtasks, when we user want to book an online ticket, this one is a complete task, and this task is divided into the subtasks. This one is first task: select source and destination station name with code, and the second, select the train and class of coach. That means all information regarding train time, availability, train fare, seat availability, whatever, these all information come under this second stage. Then if availability is there, then the payment mode, and the payment mode is what obvious, online payment mode, and after the generate ticket. So this one is a summarized with the 4 type of sub processes. So a typical design aspect we can see is here. There when a passenger or a traveler, this one is an admin, and this one is a railway reservation system. When we design a process, passenger login it, login if we have a login password and username, check the ticket availability, ticket is available or not, ticket availability, that means seat availability. After checking the seat availability, fill the forms, that means name, age and etc. Book the ticket, fare pay amount, जो भी whatever fare given by the railway reservation system, payment. If the payment failed, then this option is done. If the user want to cancel the ticket, then go to the railway reservation system. Admin, the role of admin to print the ticket for the user, book the ticket. Admin can refuse the money if someone refund the money, not refuse, refund the money. That means if user can cancel the ticket, then refund payment is given to the passenger's account. So this type of a layout we sketch in a window, or when we use a design pattern, we remember all these aspects. So here given through the window, we can summarize it. This one is a source station, destination station. This one is a class, that means which type of a class he or she adopt, sleeper or a AC or a second AC or third AC. So, and journey date. So all the information through the information through by the design aspect. Depart time, arrival time, train type, return journey is available or not, and one way. So whole process, this fare inquiry, she can choose the fare inquiry, internet reservation, seat availability, train between the stations, and after getting the PNR, she can also avail the PNR status. So through this design aspect, when we this web page for railway reservation. So, this a whole page can be summarized with the we can say that this design aspect is done by the designer. So, all aspect or we can say that the 8 rules, when we see that 8 rules, that means there were this one, consistency. The second one is design for universal usability. Third one is offer informative feedback. Design dialogue for yield of closure. Offer simple error handling. Permit easy reversible of action. And 7, support internal locus of control. And 8, reduce to short-term memory. Then these all golden rules come under this. So, through this we can understand the 8 golden rules apply when we design system. So, end of the lecture. Thank you.